Good morning, everyone. It is a semi-sunny day so far. It's gotten a little cooler since yesterday, and well, we had a high of 63 yesterday, which was so nice. A lot of stuff started to melt. There's nothing left on the roofs. So I thought I'd start off. I've already had my coffee. It's all empty. Oh my gosh, and I had a nasty breakfast, which really, I have no excuses, but I am keeping it real, so I do share even when I fall flat on my face. I found, and it disgusts me even to think about it. I found a faux Pop-Tart, and instead of making myself a better breakfast or reaching for some fruit, which I absolutely should have had, I ate that with my coffee. And I'm basically kicking myself. So as a boost to my morale and not allow myself to wallow in the fact that I screwed up for breakfast, I thought I would share with you whose videos I'm enjoying lately. And this girl is absolutely adorable girl. She's close to my age. I think she's definitely younger, but it's Reach for Raw. I think her name is Cookie. So I'll share the link to her channel. She's sharing her incredible journey of health and raw food and a goal that she has set for herself. Her and her husband, I believe she lives in the UK, have decided to set a big goal for themselves, and the goal is to trek to the base camp of brain fart mountain, Nepal. Yeah, it'll come back to me. So in order to really motivate herself, she booked the tickets, and she is working on her health. Both her and her husband are working on their health, and she's just sharing her journey. But today she chatted about today's video, or the video that she just posted. It just went live. She chatted about meeting a neighbor where she's house sitting, who is a 95-year-old World War II vet, and the conversation that transpired between them really made her think how happy and thankful she is that she's on the journey that she is, because this man has some significant regrets about his life. I would highly recommend it to watch. It's about 11 and a half minutes. First of all, she's stinking adorable, and she is absolutely honest when she fails, or when, falls off the wagon, as some may say. And I'm really digging watching her videos lately. So just thought I'd share a little something. It's not really craft related, although she is a professional photographer. That I'm pretty sure, because I know she mentioned her studio set up in a couple of videos that I've watched. So I have a lot of things on my to-do list, some of which I have already crossed off. Last night's dinner went over famously, and I have so much rice left over. I'm thinking I'm just going to save that for scallops, although I didn't want to make that. See, I'm kind of indecisive, and I always have to keep, mindful of the fact that just because I'm in the mood for something doesn't mean my husband's in the mood for the same thing. So I compromise, and I think I sometimes compromise a little too much. So I'm going to try to do better. Again, this goes back to my word for the year, which is boundaries, which, you know what, I have to get off my blank and finally cut those things from my Filofax and for Nadine. And you know what, I'm going to out myself. I have been a terrible friend to the girls I know online, and to the people around me, and in my everyday life, because I have been failing on the promises that I've made, and I need to do much better. So that's what I'm going to work on this week. I'm going to work on fulfilling my promises and following through on the things that I have mentioned, including some by request videos and all of those things. And you know, excuses that life gets in the way. It's just that where there's a will, there's a way. So I'm going to utilize my will to get stuff done. So that's what I'm planning. Oh, here, Siren. So that's what I'm planning on doing after work today is clearing my desk, which actually is pretty clean, and packing up the rest of the packages I need to go out. Well, first I need to bring my silhouette in here because it's right in the living room right now, and I think I will get much more done if I bring it in here. So I'm going to log off at a reasonable time once I, log off from work, and I'll get that completed. I'll get all that stuff cut and shipped tomorrow. So that's my promise to me, not to anyone else, because promises are just that. Until they come to fruition, they're just empty words. So that's what I'm doing today. And then I'm hoping that the rain stays off, but I'm sure we'll get that. And because the temperature is supposed to drop overnight, some of that rain is going to turn into freezing rain, sleet, and snow. And I also hope it's going to stay as rain, because I don't want to see any more shovels. I don't want to see any more snow shovels. I'm ready for the shovels for the garden. I want to dig in the dirt. I want to get my hands in the dirt, but it's still all covered. All right, I'll be back in a few, and I'll keep you apprised of my progress on the promise that I've made to myself today, because I don't want to have regrets. Lunch's leftovers, rice, a little bit of rice, the rest of the broccoli from last night, and then a few ounces of chicken chunks. So I'm going to enjoy that. Oh, and I have to make another seltzer. I must add of that. Maybe catch up on a couple of videos and reply to personal emails. And then I have another meeting. Mom and Dad stopped by. Unfortunately, I was in a meeting, so I couldn't even come to the door. But they dropped off some goofy things for me, which I will share with you probably after I log off of work. I think Mom was cleaning out some storage areas in their house, and she found some kind of gaudy things she thought I would enjoy. So I'll show that to you guys later on. Meanwhile, I'm going to go enjoy my warmed up lunch. I'm back from the store. I'm popping the parboiled potatoes, which I just washed and halved, onto a pan. There's a little bit of grapeseed oil on the bottom. I'm going to move it around and flip each potato so it has a little grapeseed oil on it. Temperature set. What do you want, Moses? I'll give you a piece of veggie in a minute. Sorry, interruption. Moses, enough. And I ran out to the store. You want to see what I got? I'll give you a minute to decide. So I'm going to flip each of the potatoes over with a pair of tongs. Don't even look at me, Mosey. In a minute. Go. Thank you. And you would be amazed at how much flavor popping a couple of garlic cloves into the water when you're boiling potatoes, whether it's for mashed potatoes or for potato salad, it just adds a nice flavor. So I didn't want to waste those yummy garlics that were in there, so I just popped them right in the pan, just salt and black pepper, that's it. So 425 Fahrenheit going into the oven after I flip them, and then I'll show you what I got at the produce place, because I think I heard a yes from someone. Alright, so this is what I got. I got some pretty young zucchinis. I'm going to make chips probably tomorrow. I'm really not feeling up to doing that today. Some 3 avocados, 3 apples, hey Chester, a couple of red onions, mango, butternut squash, 2 heads of cauliflower, 3 pears, some fresh dill, 8 navel oranges. These are just as ugly as all out, but they are spectacularly delicious inside. Who cares what the skin looks like? And a honeydew melon, which I'm going to break down. Oh, and a piece of ginger. And the honeydew melon I'm going to break down so we have it on the ready to have Yes, Chester. To have for dessert. I have the protein resting pork chops. I might slice up some some apples and saute it in a pan to have with the apples. Do you guys have to go out? Do you have to go potty? Who has to go potty? Who has to go potty? Papa. Like, mommy, get off your arse and go let us out. Alright, so that's it. That's what I picked up. I'm thinking of making butternut squash soup on Monday for Meatless Monday with some toasted pumpkin seeds. How does that sound? And some of those pumpernickel croutons. So, yeah. That's what I got. I'm going to put that out all away and break down the cantaloupe and leave the skins for the chickens. Alright, be right back. Gotta go let the doggies out. Alright, my clean pan, I'm going to add a teaspoon of coconut oil. Oh. Come on. Alright, I'm going to have to do that with one hand, with the other hand. And I have my pork chops, salt and peppered. And that's all that's going on them. I'm going to wait till the pan is pretty hot so I could sear the meat on there. Dinner's ready. So what I did is I seared the pork chops on one side. 6 or 7 minutes. Medium-high heat with a teaspoon of coconut oil. Then I flipped them. I added about a 1/4 cup of water, and then I put my splash screen on and let them cook on the other side for about another 6 or 7 minutes. Then I turned the heat off and I added these julienne apple matchsticks, which they will slowly melt from the heat of the pan and the meat, and there'll be that my nod to pork chops and applesauce. And there's the potatoes. Roasted potatoes with a little bit of garlic and dill. I did put a little dill on this too. And I have diced up the honeydew. And then the only thing I have left to do is to squeeze out the sauerkraut, because I hate that extra juice. And then chop up some scallions and mix that with grapeseed oil, and that'll be like the pickle on the side. Instead of hot sauerkraut, which I do not enjoy at all. I like the little bit of cold, so it's like the pickle. I guess I'm just Ukrainian, Russian, Jewish. Whenever we have meat, it's nice to have a little something pickled. Which reminds me of that joke. Are you the one that has a joke about me being a pickle? That's from history. To Be or Not to Be. Mel Brooks, To Be or Not to Be. So, there you go. That's dinner. That's going to be it for me for today. I will have to share with you what Mom and Dad dropped off at my house on tomorrow's vlog. Oh, and happy 25th anniversary to the internet. Without which, none of this would be possible. Well, no, it'll still be possible. It's not like we would be starving. But I wouldn't be able to share my little food porn with you. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up. It's free for you and it helps me out. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Thursday. Oh yeah, today was hump day. Do you know what day it is?